So yeah, we're back. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I was going to stream last night, but things happened. And yeah. So I did not stream last night. And I was supposed to be live an hour ago, but yeah. Got home later than I expected, then I got hungry also. I had dinner out, but I still got hungry. So I ate a little something. So yeah. That resulted in me in being like almost an hour and 30 minutes late. I have a letter? Why do I have a letter? Alright. Let's head back home real quick and check this and check out the letter, and then we'll get back into it. Oh, right. Yeah, these things. Okay, the things you get from Dawntrail proper. Chocobo brush, okay. Cast Glimmer, let's see what this is. Okay, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Why is this can go in an armoire? It should be able to, like all the other things. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay. Alright. Earth and Shire, I think. I think that's where... Oh, let me see. Yeah, Earth and Shire is probably the quickest. No. Okay, Watching Pellow is the quick. No. Okay, Warlord's Echo. That's the closest place. Alright, so yeah. Alright, now let's pick back up where we left off. Ah, nice. I turned at just the right minute. Do I get burns going in here? Nope. Nope. Okay. Would be awful if like you could get status afflicted by burns in the open world. Almost there. Okay. Alright, so we stopped after, so we immediately stopped after this because I didn't want to miss Forbidden Door. Okay, so let's talk to everyone. No matter about doing our father aside, this was the best outcome we could have hoped for. Never again will our people need via the looming shadow of the Sky Rune. Spending time alone with Cyrilja was akin to torture. Despite my obvious disinterest, spewed a constant stream of mean-spirited bile. Honestly, I might have preferred facing fire and ruin with you on the battlefield. And make Bakula Jaja answer for this. Witnessing Zeralja in battle, I understand why he's widely considered to be Tulialal's greatest warrior. I think I read that one already. It is fortunately vanquished the winged calamity and could inflict greater suffering upon these lands. Didn't I? Okay. Okay, so I did read some things. Okay. Feet of Ice. The Yokoi must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valigarmanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alpha knows as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. Alright, and go back to Warlord's Echo. Nice to say you have well and truly left your mark on our history. Thanks to you, our memory will live on for some time yet. In return, might I tell you of our culture? What manner of place is this? Warlord's Echo, where the clattering of stone upon stone gave rise to a great mountain. It is where the Yokoi began, and is where we will one day end. Isolated as far as we are from the rest of Tyrol, ours is a homogeneous community. We seek only to live in peace with our ancestors and maintain the ancient stonework they've entrusted to us. What do you do here? Well, most days I make sure everyone in the village gets enough to eat. I've also been charged with welcoming outsiders, as there are scant few among us confident in the command of the common tongue. I do not think myself especially eloquent compared to my neighbors here, but please do forgive us if we mispronounce a word or two. I see Master Elfinor hath made good use of the time to further tend the wounded. While we were contending with that screeching menace, I expect Valigarmanda was off to the next feat. Amidst the chaos of the Sky Ruins Awakening, I'd forgotten we still had the feat of ice to complete. I'd say that's done now. I expected that I would be asked to track many things during the course of our journey, but Valigarmanda was not among them. I thought the villagers would be in hiding. Alfinor's confidence in us must have reassured them. Welcome back. Not for a moment did I doubt that you'd return safe and sound. Scaling a massive mountain, fighting an elector, battling against a legendary monstrosity? Yes, you could say I'm a little tired. Before we do anything else, we should talk to Gerfurler. Is this gonna be a voice cutscene?
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
So I found out that Kona's voice actor is the same one as Gerfurler.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted
really,
here in town.
I like him even more now that he's really talented to do that.
Has rendered them pointless.
And it's also gotta be rough on his throat too.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
Disqualify Valigarmanda.
What more would we test, Zurmurmur? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul Jalja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
So that makes 5 now, right?
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
And get the one back from Valigarmanda.
Except that one of those 5 is in Valigarmanda's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokwi.
Well, maybe not every.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You Wukyamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea! That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Oh, this is probably that.
And compared to the abstract imagery we'd
that
previously
woman from
heard,
the
this was
monster
a
trailer.
detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Wook Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
Yeah, I thought you guys were mountain
From
people.
the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude.
Okay,
I
he's still
merely
swindling.
repaid a debt. Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
Oh, Yaktel is where the Yokoi had their golden dreams. We may soon have the chance to investigate that tale firsthand. With only 2 keystones remaining, we've at last begun to gain a fuller picture of the legend of the Golden City. A heavenly land suffered with a golden glow. What a turn of events. We were only meant to strengthen the ice, but Bakul Jaja's idiocy forced us to do them one better. I don't think Vorpalor and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart about Tuliyola. But that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. Right, time to track down the next elector. And we'll propose a course of action. I think it's time we return to Tuliyola. After scaling Tyrell's tallest mountains and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. A respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the 4-hour cabins calling our names. Farewell, Zerwamore. Gorfalor. Let me just make sure it's actually in, okay, yeah. It actually is in Tuliyola. Hey, Plinky. Wait, what's Plinky? Is okay, Viper. Oh wow. Okay, Plinky's done. Where is this? Okay. Am I too far away from? Okay. Oh yeah, there's an Ethernet shard. I'll just take that one instead of going all the way back to the main one. Is that Sonic? Yep, that's Sonic. There's still 2 feet left to go. I want to face them refreshed and ready for action. I won't say no to clean sheets and a soft pillow. No sooner did we set foot back in Tuliala than I felt the weight of recent events set in all at once. I'm definitely due for a long nap. I'll take the opportunity to think on some things. Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wokomat? Wokomat, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. An attendant is staying by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. I wonder if this is so everyone gets a chance to go in, because yeah, I probably wouldn't go in if it wasn't required. Welcome back, Mistress Kamazon. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. But yeah, I saw these on Orange stream, and they're pretty big for in rooms. Who's visiting me this time? Oh, Wuklamat.
You have a moment?
Yeah. Come right in.
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, shoot.
So,
Is she gonna confess? No, just kidding.
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what. We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
She's stalling. Sorry to drag you away from a nice comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places until you're along. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the splendid quarter and make our way up from there. Alright, speak with Wuklamat again. Just want to get the last of the Ethernet shards. Peshiwa. Oh, hello dear. You're one of Wuklamat's new friends. Peshiwa, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. The claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Ho ho ho. There's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it'll help. Hers alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshiwa. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Ah, sorry, Sammy. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of.
This is much better. I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Orkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural? Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
The festival, Mablu, and the pot pack, Potsworn, and then Griffler. And just now.
I realize nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
That's the sort of thing I expected. You wish for a world like in the Yokui's dream? I'll say that.
With eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for.
Yeah.
Who knows if we could make such a world a
Never mind.
reality. But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start.
Okay, I shouldn't have done that one. Oh well. I forgot exactly what the Yokui's dream was.
This is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness. It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began.
Yeah?
But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies. If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
Oh, of course. You know it.
Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Oh, am I sleeping now? It should be in my sleeping pose, not just laying like this. Should have like my arm on my stomach or something, like I do when I do doze on my bed in my house. Speak with Alpha now. Yep, there's the outfit now. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Peaceful intention. Oh, what's this? Isle Shepherd's Tunic. I think this is or, yeah, I think that's from Island Sanctuary. $94, okay. Let's change title. 94. Not 934, 94. Okay, there we go. I'm in 94 MSQ now. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let's consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zeralja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Oklamat would be equal with them, but for Bukuljaja's thievery, which has left us one short. Conniving Braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He can have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This I swear. I fear that reclaiming a keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bukuljaja is unleashing a Valigarmanda as any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. Can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of our Past and the Lay of the Brotherhood. Former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and the Xbral in the forests of Yaktel, specifically near a village called Ikbrox. That's where I was born. If you recall, I haven't been there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Serpent, but little more than that. Ryosia has a similar tale. The explorer Ketenram befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travel across Tural. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the commonly held belief. Your two-handed king certainly sounds like Papa, so this Keteron fellow must have come to Tuliyola. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yokoya architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autark, didn't you? And Ketenram must have met the Dawn servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Tyrol, once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamulja's homeland. It too lies in Yoktel, not far from Xbral. In all things considered, Yoktel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Kona's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? I don't know. Is this guy a Picto? Yep. Yeah, I saw a post on Twitter today. I think it was Twitter, it may have been Reddit. That was someone dressed like this and said they had to have known people would do this when they were making Picto, right? And like, I guess it was during the Picto class quests, because one of the dialogue choices was happy little accidents. Excuse me. Okay, the last one. You have now Ethernet access to the dirigible landing. You have attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Tuliyola. The Archer of the Dawn or Kopacha, the Archer of the Dawn Kozamauka, and Katumu Kozamauka are now accessible as Ethernet destinations. It'll be fine. Just fine. How exciting. The design of Turali dirigibles intrigues me. I must note how they perform compared to Aeolosian airships. As much as I wish we could ignore him, but Cool Jaja is a real threat. We can't afford to let our guard down. Cocktail. Were the Yokoi dreamt of a golden city? Ready to leave when you are. Next flight to Yoktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yoktel? Are you ready? Bags packed and our goodbye said? There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything, I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, Wakamat. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until my nerves settle? Of course. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Semi. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Mablu and Tobli. Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Dawntrail as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? Oh, excuse me. When in Yaktel, to where it seems you're already bound. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there, or is another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. But thanks, I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yaktel. I really hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle without a doubt. The next Dulzaret must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be.
The fierce Xbral hunters who laid claim to this land
Xbral.
call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named. It is here, where the Xbral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
I would probably be reenacting that battle between Wuklamat and Makul Jaja. We'll win though. Makul Jaja ain't shit.
Are you alright?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
What's a cenote?
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, You'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
It was one time.
Is the Xbral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Well, that journey was delightful. The wind was fair and the vessel hardly rocked at all. I can hardly fathom how difficult travel must have been before the second promise introduced dirigibles. Can you imagine having to walk all this way? Why not? Carl and I will ensure our promise doesn't wind up at the bottom of one of these cenotes. Did it kill Anvil to give me the benefit of the doubt? For the benefit of a second chance? With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone inside at all times. Yalkawak Soli. Alright. Sorry, Anvil, can't talk yet. Okay, now I can. See? No tumbles, thanks to Kryla and Alize, but it still counts. Take care not to get separated. I'd hate to lose you to this rampant undergrowth. For all of Aaronville's insistence, I have yet to discover anything blue about this forest. Too far away, okay. Shoot, what do you say? Zayak Brush! I wonder if it's Xbral. Since it's Xbral, maybe it's Xbral. Over there, I wonder. Good, everyone's accounted for. Xbral is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Oh. Okay, I guess I didn't need the... I guess I didn't need my mount, because it's right here. Alright, I'm gonna tune first, before I turn in the quest. Okay. Okay. Well, I was about to say, did someone take a tumble? Yeah, okay, we can't go further down. Okay. Just so you know, I'll be very cross if you push me. I've fallen into High Tide Harbor enough times to be a professional diver. There's no way I'd fall into something like this on accident. Just so you know, I'll be very cross if you push me. Don't worry, Alice, I'd never do that. But it's just a playful slap. Because yeah, Alize and I are friends. we have the almost went into Shadowbringers together. Almost be the last two to go into Shadowbringers together bond. What's so blue about this forest? You'll see. Oh, whoops. Did I talk to Corin? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Anvil was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Let's go. Level 95. Let's go. Alright, sword. Alright, let's go ahead and use these. Are we ready to proceed? I'm eager to learn more about Xbral and Xbral customs. Village of the Hunt. Oh, is this where the Vipers started? Ready to head on in? There's the Hildebrand music. Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. The third promise and her retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn 7th Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of Stars at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There's but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Valigarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Ibras Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people. As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise. If you would please join us.
Why did he look at Wokamon like that? I don't know.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Hello?
Be warned.
You're the one that got
Only
knocked out
the
in one shot
triumphant
by
team
Zoralja.
will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be
Oh,
paired accordingly.
please. Please let us get Kona.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Yep, I'd be right. I'd be right with you, Alice.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue.
Okay.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red.
Okay, good.
Which
So it means
means-
Kona.
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
So the signs are all together again.
With our claimants
Minus
thus
Y'shtola.
paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one head.
That one head knocked you on your ass. So shut the fuck up.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Xbral cuisine. Shibruk Pibil.
Cooking.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanuhanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelupelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Yep. It is indeed.
But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
Yeah, you still got some work, Kona.
The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Too bad I can't help, because I'm a master culinarian.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Pibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
Okay, I might turn the okay, I don't remember where it was. Okay. Do you suppose the first promise of Bakul Jaja will wear matching aprons? I dearly hope so. Second promise will no doubt have thoughts on how best to proceed. Let's ask for his perspective. First promise and Bakul Jaja are formidable in the field, but in the kitchen, I think the odds are in our favor. I consider myself a connoisseur of all things tasty and Turoli, but this is the first I've heard of Shibruk Pibil. As much as I would have loved to defeat you in a high-stakes culinary battle, I couldn't have asked for better allies. For the pairings to be thus decided, the stars align for us indeed. Trial. Almost lost you. Only 2 claimants can receive keystones from this feat. Intimidating, perhaps, but irrelevant. We shall prevail. Yeah, we're the main character. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempts to dislay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong, and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Heh, of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. No, I was talking about the 2 Charlines. Oh, precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Competition had a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Cyrilja and Bakulja, and Bakulja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9, that's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the tasks suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble the necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Shibruk Pibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Xbral people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. Okay. Search for clues in Xbral. Okay. Obduction. Woods are peaceful now, but 80 years ago this place bore many terrible scars of war. Colorful spices. Food ain't ready yet, you hear? Oh, you aren't here for that. Apologies. I got people breathing down my neck constantly, like they don't realize a proper meal takes time. Right? I mean, I don't have that. I don't have people breathing down my neck, because I only cook for me, and for me and all, really. This should be all I need. Colorful spices. Number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. That one's called Akioti. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Yeah. Xbral. What? Dang it, I forgot what it's called already. Xbral. Okay, yeah. She almost gave it away, but she had to, then she said, our most popular thing. Fastidious fellow. The recipe for Xbral? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we're forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Unmud Rook himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still Xbral to be had at the market. Wink. Alright, where's the market? Hubigo Guardian and Hubigo Lancer. So much for our plan. We gotta cut our losses and head to Mumuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think you won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? But what are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. Okay, I gotta try doing something fucky again. Gemstone trader. There you go, bright banana peel. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my Najul. I mean, Shatika banana peel. I could barely see it from all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. What fun this is! So he gave us a hint, just like that other guy. Why not the designated location? Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Shibrook Pibil? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us there directly. However, many were still preparing it as when my staple dish, and observation of the techniques they yielded clues enough. Lady blending local herbs and spices were only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to Shibrook Pibil. But one in particular she attributed to all common Xbral dishes, Akioti. I see. And if Shibrook Pibil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphino claims, they have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe the cook bearing bundles wrapped in the leaf of Najul or banana in certain localities. So it seems the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles, then don't you? He broke without a doubt. As would be expected of a dish called Shibrook Pibil indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Ibruk flavored with a combination of spices that includes achiote and steamed underground within Najul or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you all were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and the wild Ibruk, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to Master Gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. When the rest of us will gather ingredients, I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I'm happy to lead someone to suitable Ibruk if they will perform the requisite deed. Alize? As for the Najul leaves, I believe I'm capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Najul in these parts. They only grow in the Shatika heartland forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals after all. Amici, Sammy, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let this be about our task then. A Amechi had no specific task assigned to her, so I had her accompany me, no more, no less. Come on, let's go and get those nodule leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. I like the way you think, Oklamat. Spicy rope wrapped in the jewel leaves. That sounds like a winning combination to me. A history of violence. Let's see if there are no jewel leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook or Yonji missing might be persuaded to spare us a few. The earth here is indeed fashioned into an oven of sorts. Fascinating. An underground oven? This must be the cook Oyanshi was talking about. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? I just wanted to know if you had any spare jewel leaves that you use. The jewel leaves represent other than Shibruk Pibil, naturally? Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Gomechink Grove is the source of the finest jewel leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient, then to the Shatika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tainbeck Traverse, but it has caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Shibruk Pibil to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. Hey, I can't wait. Still, if there are no leaves here and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Tuliyollal. So perhaps there is something about Shibruk Pibil that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. You might be right, Kono. Well, I see, like, who was the first to make it, its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yoctel's history you're interested in, you should start with the Old War. Between the Xbral and Mamoja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. No, the end of that bloodshed is to know Shibruk Pibil. Huh? What does Steam de Brook have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, we can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war. The village of Ilion Asso. It lies a short distance to the east. The village of Ilion Asso. Understood? Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. That is the Wild West town? Can't jump over there. Everyone knows there was a war between the Mamulja and the Xbral, but I may have forgotten some of the details. The village of Ilion also must be further east. Let's continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Nope, not the Wild West town. I guess that'll be Mamuk then. Place feels forgotten by time. So this is the village of Ilion also, or what's left of it. Mugebu, It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Mugebu, I didn't know you were in Yoctel. I was picking up lumber from Xbral when I heard the third promise was on her way to this site. Deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service and so followed you here. Mugebu is a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the third promise's retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Kona. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Kona. Now that's a good name. Familiar name. Where have I heard? Alright, here comes the, Kona, as in second promise of Tuliolol? To think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as some common return, such disrespect that be excused. Please take your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again! I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. He needs to be... Mugebu needs to be in the next Hildebrand quest. Him and Hildebrand together are gonna be comedy gold. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about Shibuk Pibil. While I'm forbidden by the Xbral to divulge any information regarding its preparation, I'd be happy to share what I know of Yoctel's history. We'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Xbral and Mamulja was one of land. Mamulja live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun, and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Xbral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground, and the Xbral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, Buniwa, and Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Xbral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hubigo and Buniwa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that partners of differing clans could not have children together, but then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hubigo and Buniwa both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually rising as the first autarch, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the autarch's rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it best you see the results firsthand. Let's visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Oh yeah, okay, no, it's fine. I don't need to do my doggo mount. It's close. You palm friend. By the 12. Oof. That looks awful. What happened here?
This is where most battles were fought between the Xbral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinder Field.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valigarmanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Oh. Here comes our next vision. Oh, okay.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours. If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace.
Puff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other,
Your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
Captain Rum, so he is a row.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Belu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
I bet the person watching over us is the elector.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Xbral steamed najul.
And that's how you got Shabruk Pibal.
Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined. and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shebruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Xbral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shebruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong?
I get the feeling someone's watching us.
Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
We never imagined our father was instrumental to Shebruk Pibil's invention. I hope I've been of sufficient service to the third promise. Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures, and we're doing the same now. It's thanks to Wukevu that we were able to learn this forest history. That's twice now that he's helped us. To think that we might never have met him if we hadn't thought to fix the float. Wonder what that is. Probably Shebruk Pibil, maybe? I don't know. Wukeva has given us valuable insight into the origins of Shebruk Pibil. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary Najul leaves unless... Tell me, was that historic feat commemorated in some fashion, with a monument for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. What does Kono want with a monument? It's only speculation, but I dare to hope. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true, especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Lamichi, Semi, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here, this soil has been recently overturned. Oh, someone buried the box. Yeah, that's who was watching us. Well, well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are. Fresh in the jewel leaves. And no rooks doing, I'd wager. There's poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped in. So I planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Wokevu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, third promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the feat of reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devised solutions to the Hanu's alien crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliolala and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let's return to Xbral. Yeah, okay, just teleport back. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. Real quick, since it's been 2 hours since I started stream, so... Okay. You may make use of the kitchen at any time. I look forward to tasting your Shibruk Pribid. Oh, who this guy is. The Garden of Stars is a gathering place of sorts. Everyone in Xbral comes here to gaze at the night sky and hear tales about the stars. I imagine it will become even more lively after the changes made for the rite of succession. There's a kitchen now after all, and nothing brings people together like good food and good stories. Yep. You have to wonder whether Wokevu is actually a historian and not a shipwright. Right? I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. Right at the designated location. Okay. Okay, not was. How did everyone fare? We got the Najul leaves. Wokevu came along and helped us find them. Wokevu was here. I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. That Gulu Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me little, but the chief said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the oldest of solutions, but how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Orianchi and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need, with no mention of what we needed them for, of course. I'm pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest had on offer. Spoken like a true expert, Ehrenvel and I found our Ibrot, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? We say. Picked a good portion of local herbs with particular attention to the seeds that yield akiote. I'm told our resident astrologian divined the appropriate measures for the seasoning as well. Aye, through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. And all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in culinary arts. I can hardly claim profound skill, but I've cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. Hello, Master Culinarian here. Ah, there we go. And you, I hope. As I recall, you are an accomplished culinarian. Oh, my mouth is watering already. Without further delay then. Right before the lyrics started. And the others aren't even back yet.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bako Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Oh, you got told.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Xbral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
Tiny toggle.
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
I see.
It sucks.
While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its
Yeah, they didn't have
defining aroma.
they didn't have the visual.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
Why is it silent?
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
choke on your harmony.
You'll be choking on my sword soon, bitch.
Come, come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
Don't have to tell me twice. That was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
Maybe one day. if I don't
It
if I don't
was palatable
take over the
enough,
last stand.
I suppose.
I guess you'd rather have some Archon though, huh?
To
Arcona.
you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important.
What?
Was there any shiplook people left? I could really use another helping.
She wanted to bring some to Papa, maybe? Alright, take a little Shasha. I'm relieved that our dish was well received. We need to start considering how to reclaim that keystone from Bakul Jaja. I think that's what we'll do in the 95 dungeon, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Probably the first promise of a keystone is a crucial victory indeed. One final feat remains. After this one, I hardly know what to expect. That was so good. I'm already looking forward to having Super Pibil again. Here, Sammy. Cryo made more using leftover ingredients. You'll love it. I'm thinking to buy more for the road myself. Now that the feat of repast is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? Yep, I was right. Is it for me? Okay, cool. Alright, so it's a tabletop dish. Nice. I might do that. New words are now available from the Xbral merchant in Xbral. My father's grief. Feet of the Brotherhood, here we come. The next feet wait, and Alphina would have you on the road as soon as possible. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective of the rite, it would be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of the Brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The Tayenbek Traverse, which connects the upper forest to the Chatika heartland, is still impassable. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is underway, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. And let us each use this time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the village's surrounds, if Erinville would oblige me with a tour. Very well, I have no other engagements. Now I'll come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to Yachtail. Oh yeah, we still have to do that. Oh, that's right, Ma Blue did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Sammy? Yep, so that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the 94 quests, I guess. Let's reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yachtail some 20 years ago. Any who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let's make inquiries where we can. French villagers are middle-aged and older. There's one. I hope someone in Xbral knows something. That looks promising. Definitely older than I am. Born mage 20 years ago. Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visitors from across the salt, let alone those traveling with infants. A baby girl, as I recall. I only saw him in passing. If anyone were to know more, I'd wager it'd be a Hunmaruk. He was already Shabrash then. Baby girl. Couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. That information is very helpful. This may be the very lead I was hoping for. So Hunmaruk has been Rush for over 20 years. That's before I was even born. Hello again. Do you require assistance? A foreign mage passed through Xbral roughly 20 years ago. Possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me this? Who is this man to you? He may have been my grandfather, and I wish to know what brought him here. Your grandfather? Not by blood, but he is family nonetheless. Foreign mage did indeed visit Xbral Master Galuf. So far as his identity is concerned, I trust you are satisfied? More than that, however, I cannot say. Why not? I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well, I will not press. Thank you for confirming his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have other questions. They say the Yokoi once dwelled in these forests. Where was that exactly? General curiosity indeed, but yes. Before they withdrew to Urkopacha some 5 centuries ago, the Yokoi claimed Yachtail as their own. Many of their architectural remains can be found in the lower forest, the Jatika heartland. And that's where they must have had their visions. Thank you. That answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family, so believe me when I say that though my position forbids me from aiding you further, I wish you nothing but success. By helping the Third Promise find the Golden City, you will surely find the answers to your questions. Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, Sammy. So I'm thinking that the scene of that sad Wallafell going into the gate is either Cryle doing it, or it's related to what happened to her grandfather. From the launch trailer. May I request a moment of your company? Go on, we'll wait for you. Oh, thank you for obliging me. First, let's head to Cenote behind this village. Okay. Alright. Go and see what Hodnorok needs. So in order to get my answers, I need to find the Golden City. Well, that was my intent from the first. I'll do everything in my power to make it happen. It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mistress Crawl's plea has softened my resolve. As the leader of our community, I'm gladdened to see that the Third Promise has surrounded herself with compassionate and trustworthy companions. Would you tell me of her journey thus far? Oh. I knew something was up. Okay. Yeah, he's Wuklamat's real father. Is that so? Seems the right had been See, I knew something was up when he looked at her that way. I knew like he had to have been related to her somehow, but yeah. He's her father. The name of the quest title, what he said, I understand about you longing for longing for your family. And Mistress Crawl's plea just softened my resolve. He's her father. That's so. It seems the rite has been a source of great learning and growth for Wuklamat. It does mean well to hear that. My daughter would be about her age. Girls are rarely born amongst the Xbral. So when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when I first held her, and pain when I found her at the bottom of a cenote. 3 years old, an accident was said, but I knew better. She had been pushed. Well, yeah. Though we never caught them, a suspicious figure was seen fleeing towards the Jatika heartland towards Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, the Mamulja and Xbral had learned to live in peace. But who could doubt the intent of such a reprehensible act? By targeting the child who would one day lead her people, the criminals sought to undermine the future of the Xbral. I was determined not to let them succeed, and so I let the memory of my daughter die in that cenote, and gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. Dawn servant Galul Jaja. Though she was born to lead the Xbral, fate had a greater plan for Wuklamat. Only the Dawn servant and I know the truth, but I must now take you into my confidence for one reason. The villain who attempted to murder my daughter was indeed of Mamuk, then rancor towards the Xbral still burns. I was caught off guard once, and will not suffer the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not as a Dawn Servant's elector, but as a father, to watch over the third promise. Defend her from her enemies that may be lurking in shadow. Will you do this for me? Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliolov, but a concerned father. Suffice it to say, this confirmation must remain between us. Pray breathe not a word of this to anyone. And there's someone who just overheard it all. Taking a stand. Calling the past has rendered me emotional. I require a moment to compose myself, but please do not keep the third promise waiting. Oh. Are we getting back the keystone now? So you're speaking with Hunmaruk, have you? On speaking with Wuklamat, several cutscenes were playing sequence. Okay. Yep. Item level 663. Okay. Yeah, I think I should be good. Yeah, we're getting back our keystone now, I bet. You're back, so what did Hunmaruk want? It's a secret. Yeah, it's alright, you don't have to say. More importantly, the Yingbeck Traverse still isn't clear yet. Something about even more rocks. I think I'll take the opportunity to rest. All that cooking and preparing for it has worn me out. Oh, they're gonna kidnap Cryo. And that does sound tempting. Yeah, they're gonna use Cryo to try and get the keystone this time, I bet. A moment, promise. You're one of Bakul Jajas. What do you want? I've come to fetch you. You're welcome to refuse, but know that it would be most unwise. And why's that? I'm sure your assaulted friend has an idea. What do you think? And they say house cats don't come when called. Follow me, promise. We're finally gonna kick Bakul Jaja's ass.
What is the meaning of this? And just how far do you plan on taking us?
Oh no, they got her father.
Oh, Morok! Bakul Jaja, you snake! If you want my keystone so badly, you deal with me and me alone. Leave the Elector out of this.
Is that all you think he is? Foolish kitty! This man is the reason we are here.
Thanks for the follow.
Take a good look at him. Go on. Look. Surely you recognize your real father.
Don't believe us? Then ask your trusted sellsword. She heard it straight from the old man's mouth.
Is it true? Is Humoruk my... Your silence says it all.
Now that you understand the situation, let's see those keystones. I'll even let you fight for them. Just you and me. If that adventurer attempts to interfere, I'll kill the old man myself!
Okay, so we don't get to kick his ass yet. It's gonna be so good, so satisfying when we do finally kick his ass.
You despicable, heartless fiend! Kinsman or no, I won't stand for you taking hostages! Come on then! You wanna fight? I'll give you a fight!
Oh, such heroic caterwauling promise. I'm shaking. Guard our hostage well. We wouldn't want to attempt any thoughts of rescue. By the by, house cat, they've been instructed to put down Papa Dearest when you lose. Hopefully he settled his affairs.
Alright, so I'm gonna go rescue him. I think that's my role.
Don't worry. I'm not losing to the likes of him. Well, what are you waiting for, you blessed bastards? It's 2 against 1. Don't tell me you're scared.
I know I didn't hear you right.
Oh no, you are scared. Cowards don't stand a chance against the Wukwamat.
You dare call us cowards? And kill you all! Don't look away, son. I want you to watch as I tear your beloved promise to shreds!
Hey, eyes on me. The house cat, remember? I'll say it again. I'm not losing to the likes of you. I'm going to become Dawn's servant, and I will protect my people.
Am I playing the... Am I assuming the role of Wukwamat? Yep, in this battle you'll play as Wukwamat. Okay, cool, so I do get to kick his ass. Skillful combat, Wukwamat will gain the result she needs to unleash her powerful limit breaks. Not only do these attacks deal great damage, they will recover HP. Use them early and often to emerge victorious. Alright. Now it's a good thing I know how to play warrior. What's the run of the run? Will attain a pulse. It increases max HP by 20 and restores the amount increased. Break of the Latina. Lose a ranged attack. Sorry, that hotbar? No. Okay. Okay, limit break. Unleashes strength befitting a Dawn Servant's legacy, delivering an attack to all enemies in a straight line before you. Absorbs a portion of damage dealt as an HP. Grants War of Conviction and Life Siphon. Deal increased damage dealt by itself. So it's a portion of damage dealt as HP. Okay.
Come, you mangy house cut, so I can rip you to pieces.
Ooh.
I'll cut you to shreds.
Ouch.
My magic should be more than enough for Miss Middens.
Okay, how do I avoid the... No.
I'll make you eat dirt.
No more tricks, Bakul Chaja. We're settling this here and now.
Still playing the part of the brave warrior?
Okay, strength from her resolve. Nice. Alright, stand behind.
Miss Middens is no longer abusing me, brother.
This rite has taught me so much. About my nation, my people, and myself.
Alright, so where am I supposed to go? Okay, over here. Ah, shit.
Keep up.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to redo this one.
How do you like this? Kitty, 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 kitty.
Alright. Okay, bone is gone. Alright, over here, maybe? I think I chose wrong. Nope, I'm good. Okay. Gap closer.
I finally understand what it means to live in peace. To greet each day in safety and happiness.
Irritating bastard! It's time we finished her, brother. This is the end for you, kitten.
Oh, we got 3. Okay, 1, 2. Just like with Galul. No, over here. Okay. Have to aim over here. Do it. Yep.
It's not enough to claim the title of Dawn's servant. I must carry on Papa's legacy, his love for our people.
I'll grind you beneath my heel!
Nope. Okay. Ouch. Wrong button. Okay. I chose wrong for that.
Why won't you die?
Frame stand, okay.
Fine. I'll show you the true power of the blessed.
AP.
I will be the next Dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last.
LB3.
That's when there's no way I'll ever lose to the light of you!
Oh.
What? But that was everything I had! I can't stand it anymore! Attack!
Now I need... Now here's the, Here's where the AoE combo comes in.
This is our fight! Stay out of it! You bring shame upon us. You think we care about your stupid pride? This is for Mamuk! We cannot lose!
Oh, the great Bakul Jaja needs help, I see. Send your whole army. You still won't win. I will prove that my allies are right to believe in me.
Such confidence! What changed? She wasn't like this before!
Today complete. Let's go. Get fucked. Get fucked. But cool, Jaja, you piece of shit. How's that two-head superiority working out for you now? Huh?
I reclaim what you stole.
No. How can this be? How could that puny house cat beat all of us?
You've caused nothing but trouble with your dirty tricks. Threatening the Hanuhanu, releasing Valigarmanda, harassing me is one thing, but you've endangered too many innocents. No more, Bakul Jaja. I will not stand for it. If you even think of tormenting my people again, you will answer to me.
No. No.
And he goes and forgets he had the way blocked.
What? That was his doing?
The only part left in the saga is the Lay of the Brotherhood in Mamuk. The plan was to force you here so we could take the rest of your keystones.
So that's what he was up to. But, should you be telling us this?
You won, so well, why not?
What does it matter? You've beaten us. It's over. We'll release the hostage.
I'm sorry. I was careless.
Are you alright? So what Bakul Jaja said about you and me.
But to single-handedly defeat Bakul Jaja, you truly are the Dawn Servant's daughter.
See, all that training paid off.
It has been my honor to bear witness to your journey. Promise.
Promise. Yes. That's what I am. I'm Kulul Jaja's daughter, and Tulihyolal's next Dawn servant. Come on. Let's rejoin the others.
Alright, so we successfully destroyed we shattered Bakul Jaja's psyche. well, not psyche, his confidence, so yeah. Ass kicked, trash taken out. Yeah. Now we just go on to become Dawn Servant. Something happened while we were away. There's a certain satisfied air about you. Erinville's tour was both educational and exciting. I hope we can persuade him to conduct another in the lower forests. Or as worthy as our promise looks, she's positively glowing with confidence. What in the world happened? Twins ran me from one end of the Otomo horizon to the other, asking about everything of remote interest along the way. Seems we were last to return. I'm glad everyone made it back safely. Thank you for having faith in me. Keeping out of the fight, even when it got dirty, couldn't have been easy for you. But Bakul Jaja won't be the last person to threaten those I care about. I wanted to prove to myself that I can stand up to such villains even when I stand alone. Which isn't to say I won't ask for your help when I need it. Of course, I know better than that now. Earlier in the second Promises camp.
The passage to Mamuk remains blocked. For now, all we can do is try to rest and recover. Perhaps with a meal, as my sister would no doubt suggest. Shall we borrow the kitchens and prepare some Shibruk Bibil?
Oh, they're still in town. Or at the village.
So thou hast taken a liking to the dish. As we learn to appreciate the unfamiliar, 'tis only natural that we develop new affinities. There is no shame in this.
But there is in ignorance. I had barely considered what the people of Tuli Yolal hold dear. What hopes they harbor for the future. Our nation is built upon the bonds that Father forged during his journey across Tural.
He's finally getting it.
But so single-minded have I been in my advocacy of foreign innovations that I failed to understand my own people.
He finally got it.
Could someone who struggles to connect with the populace ever make a worthy Dawn servant?
To understand and connect with people is by no means easy. But there is something you can do to pave the way. Let them see you for who you really are. What makes you laugh and cry and rage. That sort of honesty is the first step towards mutual understanding and connection.
Understanding begets fellowship, as my father said. And yet, what you suggest does not come naturally to me.
I, too, have found it difficult to speak from the heart. In thy struggles, I see mine own, painful in their familiarity. Yet frightening though it may feel, if we are to move forward, we must indeed take that first step. Dispense with pretense, and simply be.
Do you remember when you first approached us, and we asked you why you wanted to become Dawn Servant? You said you wished to use the knowledge you acquired in Sharlayan for your country, and in doing so repay your father for the opportunities he afforded you. What won me over was not your ambition, but your motivation. So let your people know this. And in time, they'll come to support you as we do. You can't hide behind that stoicism forever.
Very well then. I will make a greater effort to be myself. By not being my usual self so much.
This 94 still okay. I'll probably accept this quest and then call it a night. Oh yeah, that's right, I already talked to them all. So, what's the state of the Drainbeck Traverse? Still being cleared, I'd assume. When Maruk said he would notify us as soon as work was done. And perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wukamat's stolen keystone. Next feat will be our last, after all. Already done. Well, I already got it back. Well, what? When? Not to mention how. This is the cool Jaja we're talking about. It was nothing. So I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in single combat. Bravo. Eh, what can I say? I've had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Drainbeck Traverse is now safe for travel. And we can finally make for Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakul Jaja's home? We can only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Ketanram first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true the Dawn Servant received Ketanram and Mamuk, and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between the Xbral and Mamulja. But since that time, most of the Mamulja who supported his peace have left their city in favor of abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamuk, and while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamuk are also of Tuliolal. If I'm to be Dawn Servant, it's my job to know them first of all. Well, we'll be on our way then. I'm glad I could learn about where I came from, and I eat so much Shibuk Pibil besides. Thank you for everything, Hunmaruk. Until next time, take care. First, we make our way across the Shobrit Cinder Field, due southeast. Oh, you have grown indeed. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and it's 12:30 now, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here. So let's see. Oture. Let's see here. Alright. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be back tomorrow night with hopefully the end of 94 quests, then we go into the 95 and the dungeon. Oh shoot. Okay. So yeah, let's see who to raid. Let's see. Might go to Orin since they're doing this also. And they're not, I think Orin's only on level 92 quests. Jeez, Owen's been live for 11 hours? Wow. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. Yeah. So it's either gonna be. Yeah, I think we'll go to Orin. So yeah, we're gonna go to Orin, so yeah. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night around the same time, 9 o'clock Central. I might end up going earlier if I decide not to watch Dynamite though, but yeah, I'll probably watch Dynamite tomorrow night, which is why I put 9 PM at the start time. I was gonna take the night off, but yeah. I was gonna do no stream, but since I missed Monday, since I missed last night, I was like, okay, I'll stream, I'll just do it after Dynamite. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll hopefully finish the 94 quest. See how far we go. Maybe we get up to the dungeon, who knows. Alright, well, later guys.